What's happening, everyone? Happy Thursday. All right, today we're going to be taking a look at a little indicator here called Docs Levels. This is our levels indicator, and we use them for bear trap trades more than anything. If you're not familiar with a bear trap, it goes by many names. It goes by the name failed breakdown, 2B pattern, the Wyckoff spring. Some people call it the drop and pop. The kids call it a liquidity sweep. It goes by many names. A swing failure. We use this pattern in some of our other indicators, some of our automated indicators, but usually on a much smaller time frame, more of a scalping time frame. But this here is meant to trade a little bit of a longer time frame with a longer move. There's a lot of resources on the internet where you can find information on this type of trade. Like I said, the failed breakdown is the terminology that a gentleman named Adam Mancini uses. He's an incredible trader. He has added some rules to this that make it extremely simple. I tend to like his method of trading it rather than some of the others. And he has got a Substack that you can subscribe to. So check him out if you don't know who he is. But what I have done here is I have mapped out the levels for this particular type of trade that I think are the ideal levels. Um, there's a lot of psychic, swami, proprietary levels guys out there that will sell you their levels and this and that. I can assure you that all of these levels are common levels. Once you get into our Discord, you will find out all about my particular methodology of which levels to use. But I have kind of curated them down to where you don't have too many and you don't have not enough. There's just the right amount with just the right amount of space in between these levels so that you have time to get an entry and take it up to the next level. So if you don't know how to trade this, what we're looking for is a nice drop that peaks below a level here. And there's another name for that. Some people call it a look below and fail. So price came down, it looked below this level, it failed to continue to go short, came back up on top of that level, and proved to us that it did not want to go back below. So there was no more selling pressure down below. And at that point, you enter long and take it up to the next level. Now, this is not a sniper entry. These are, on this particular chart, these are 2-minute candles. So you can see in this area of consolidation here how much time went by before it decided to go up to the next level. This is where the institutions are loading up. They have trapped all of the shorts. When price came down below that level, all the shorts get trapped down there. And then as we come back up, we are just eating their stop losses during this consolidation. And the banks are loading up their position so that they can run it up to the next level. So that is how you trade this, and you will see this all the time. I have given up the idea of drawing my own levels between these levels from support and resistance. All of these levels are major market structured levels, and they are universal across all traders and all time frames. So that is pretty much how it's traded. You can see in this chart here, we did this a few times today. I think I ended the day up about 1K using 10 micros. The first instance here was very clear. We trapped below this level. We came back up and we consolidated above it. And it looks like there was, from the time that we popped back up the level, on top of the level, which was about 8:40 a.m. till the time that we took off, It was about 9:40 a.m. That was about an hour of sitting there. So there's no rush for these trades. These trades are great for FOMO. Um, you can take off most of your position as Mr. Mancini does at the next level and let a runner run. I think that's the most genius thing that he's come up with because that extra runner is the FOMO killer. While you're in that trade, you're not going to be stressing about getting in another trade because you still got a long trade going on. As we come across the chart here, you'll see that we got a little double dip scenario, which I partook of both of them. We trapped below this level right here. We popped up at the very top of this move. That pin bar rejected something that I was not looking at with a little bit of force. And I said, I'll take my profit here. Um, Came back down again and we dipped below that level. We popped back up above that level and we got acceptance above that level. And I chose to jump back in and I rode that one all the way up to the following level and took my profit at the next level up. I left one runner. I got a little bit more out of that. And that was it for the day. It was a beautiful day. These particular trades are very high win rate, and I have to be careful about saying words like that in the business that I'm in. Everybody knows that past performance does not guarantee future results. Your results might differ. So this is educational in nature, and that is all that it is. But I lose very little of these trades. Your stop generally can go down below the low that trapped, and you can take your profit where you wish. The way that I have these levels spaced out, they tend to run level to level. So I really use that as my yardstick. So sometimes I'm a little impatient myself, and I do like to pull my trades off just a little bit early because these levels, on as well as all levels, are zones. And we don't really have a perfect read on the exact fuzzy edges of the zone. So, I take most of mine off a little bit early, put some money in the bank, and then usually let a little bit run. But that's how you trade these levels. One way that you can define acceptance above the level is you can use a trend line. I don't believe that there's any one indicator that is going to just give you this exact sniper entry when you're trading like this. As you can see, we spend a lot of time consolidating, and that is part of the mechanics of this trade. These larger traders are trapping people short. They're loading up their positions and they load up their positions with consolidation before they set it off to run up. And so you can experiment. It's going to be a little discretionary on your entry. And there's a lot of ways that you can look at that entry. But the most important thing here are the levels that we have. They work great. And they're all part of our lifetime license. I understand that this is not proprietary. A lot of people will just give you the number of the level and you think that there's some kind of a wizard. But really, we're just looking at major market structure levels here. I spent some time figuring out which ones are important. When you join our crew, I will tell you what they are. And you will have them for the rest of your life, and you'll be able to trade like this in any market condition. So that's about it, guys. Come on over to scalpershideout.com. Check out our tools page. When you sign up with us, everything is yours. There's lots of ways to trade, and all of them are good. It just depends on your particular personality. This is the way I have been trading lately. I haven't been able to devote my undivided attention to the charts, so scalping has become secondary for me lately. It's not because I don't want to do it anymore. It's just at this particular time in my life, I need something that I can look away from for a few minutes without having to be white knuckled scalping. So I still will continue to do it. But as I work on some other work that I'm working on, this has fit my life perfectly at this time. Still trading the opening range breakout. It's sort of a these are all little parts of my full trading strategy, of my own personal trading strategy. So you can come in here and you can piece yours together. We give you so many tools that you can piece them together for something that fits you. So come on, check us out. Join the crew. You won't regret it. We'll talk to you soon.